Can you sketch how your life was as a youngster? How did you get into basketball?
Yes. I was a kid, 7, 8 years old. Max Picar, okay? Something like that. I always tell them that I was like this, yeah? I didn't eat. I'm the youngest one. I have a sister and a brother that are older than me. I'm the youngest one, the spoiled one, yeah? And I had, when I was a kid, I had an asthma, you know. So the doctor told my mother, it's better that he will do sport. And in my class, it was me and twins. And my PE teacher, he told me, you are tall, you go to play basketball, you guys are going to play football, okay? They became top soccer players, national team players, both of them. Both of them became national team players. I started to play basketball. I was an okay player, but not a great one. I was an okay player, second division. Then in Israel, you know, when you're 18, you have to go to the army. I postponed the army with 2 years because I was a good student. So I was studying, I'm a practical engineer in computers. So I joined the army only when I was 20. Till then I was playing. While I was a student, one of the high schools asked me, do you want to coach our high school? I said, yeah, why not? It's good money for a student. And we won the championship. And you know, we went from second division to first division on high schools. And so we won the championship. So I said, okay, I like it. And then I joined the army. When I finished my first part of the army, because you have to make 3 years, and then if you want, you can sign more, but then you start getting money. Then you become a professional soldier. So I was serving in the army, and then when I finished that part of the army, I became somebody that is checking systems, but I was in the Navy. And on that time, I asked my commander, I asked him, can I go to make once a week a coach's course? He said, yes, you can go. And I made my coach's course. My teacher was Pini Gershon, a famous coach, a very famous coach from Maccabi Tel Aviv, won 3 EuroLeague titles. Actually, he was my mentor all my career. And then I finished the army and I started to coach. And on that time that I was making the course, I was coaching under 12, under 14, and under 16. And every second year we won championship. It means when I was coaching, for example, under 14, when they were under 13, we were okay. But the year after, we won championship. The same was with the under 15 and under 16. And after 5 years that I was coaching these kids, I was really young. I was, I think, 27 or 28 years old. And the chairman of my club came to me and said, I want you to coach the senior team. I said, no. And the senior players were actually all my friends. All my friends I stopped playing, but they continued. They were better players than me, so they were my friends. They are my friends till now, okay? And then he said, I don't care, I want you to be the coach. Pini said that you can do that, Pini Gershon. And it was second division in Israel, and I don't know if you know about second division in Israel. High level, it's professional. Second division in Israel, it's professional. And then I coached a few years in the second division. Then I got an offer from Elat. It was 1990. I went to Elat. They gave me a 2 years contract, and they said, we want to go to the first division in 2 years. And I signed 2 years contract. But what can I do? We made it in 1 year. After 1 year, we went to the first division. And actually, my signing in Elat in 1990, it was the junction of my career. From there, everything is history. Yeah? From there, I started to grow as a coach. And I don't know if you know, but in Israel, okay, we won championship on second division. I went to the first division. We did a very good season, first year, and we finished fifth.
That sounds like you never had, even as a youngster, another job to make some money, some pocket money, away from basketball. Is that true?
Look, my father, he used to have a big butchery. He was a butcher, but he had a butchery, a store that somebody worked there, but he had a business of chickens. We helped him all our life during the summer. And one of the things that I'm always proud to say, and I always taught my kids this, I wanted a scooter when I was 16 years old. All my friends got scooter. My father didn't want to buy me a scooter. He was afraid. So he didn't buy me a scooter. But he told me, when you will be 18, I'll buy you a car. Okay, good deal, no? And then I became 18. And I became a student. And then I said, hey, what about my car? He said, okay, you get a car. But you get a car, a van. Twice a week, you make the run with the chickens at 4 o'clock in the morning. At 6:30 you finish, you take a shower, and then you go to school. And then the car is yours. The car is yours. So twice a week while I was studying, I was going on Wednesday and Thursday, which are the days before Shabbat, for the Jewish people. There were a lot of chickens. Yeah? So I had to go for 30 butcheries, give them the chickens with my car, going back home, take a quick shower, and go to school. But I had a car. So this is how I made my living, like you asked. But when I wanted money, I could have done some other stuff. I could be a waiter, I could be whatever. But once they offered me to be a coach, I liked it. And so it was good. But in Israel, you're a good coach when you coach first division. You cannot coach first division without being a good coach. But in Israel, the stamp that you are a coach, it's when the first time that you win against Maccabi Tel Aviv. Okay? Then you get a stamp, okay, that's somebody that we have to look at him. And on 1993, 93, my second year in the first division of Eilat, we won against Maccabi Tel Aviv in Tel Aviv and in Eilat, twice. So I can tell you that from that point, I got a stamp, that's a coach. Okay, we have to look at him. And from there, I started to coach many teams in my career. I had a very good team that I coached in Ra'anana. I coached there 4 years, which, I don't know if you know, but coaching one team 4 years in a row in Israel, it's like life, okay? And this team, I can tell you that was one of the smartest teams that I ever coached in my life. We won championship from second division to first division. I took them on second division, we qualified to the first division. And the first 2 years on the first division, we finished second, which, as I told you, finished second in Israel. On that time, it was like championship. And I was the coach of the year on these years. The year after, we finished fourth, and then I left, and then I coached another team, and then I coached another team, and then I took Hapoel Tel Aviv, and I did the same thing. It means I did this part of taking a team in the second division, going to the first division, and bringing them to the top of Israel 3 times in my career. With Eilat, with Ra'anana, with Hapoel Tel Aviv.